Hello. What is up, everybody? Uh, it's been a fucking minute. So been a little over a month since the last time I streamed. And that is a fucking story that we will get into in a little bit. I'm not gonna start it just yet because I don't really have anybody in here yet. So I'm gonna wait a little bit to get into that particular story, but fucking hell, this last month has been rough. Sorry, I'm getting my gamer subs all ready to drink. But yeah, we are back though. We are going to continue on with our Pokemon Stadium run. So what we have left, because I had completely forgotten because it had been a month. So we have Giovanni and the Elite Four here. And then we have the Ultra Ball and Master Ball for both the Prime Cup and the Poké Cup. That's all we got left. We're actually getting pretty close to finishing. So I'm gonna try to finish the Gym Leader Castle today. That's kind of the hope here. We got Rocket, so there's probably going to be some poison types there. Labman usually has either electric or fighting or maybe psychic. Cool Trader can have literally anything, and then Giovanni is a ground type. I think this is probably the right team. Oh shit, this might be the... Wait, was this the team that we were using last time? Nice. I think that this is probably the right team for this one. Although I think I want to swap out Kangaskhan for Tauros, probably. Can I... Okay, so we're gonna want Nidoking, Jinx, Electabuzz, Magmar, Tauros, and Starmie, I think. Is what we would want. Which we could grab that pretty quick. Nidoking. Where's... They're all way the fuck down here. There's Kangaskhan, there's Starmie. Jinx, Electabuzz, Magmar. And then Tauros. Yeah, stab strength on a Tauros is like really fucking good. Alright, yeah. So we'll do this. So let me interact. We're gonna replace Kangaskhan with Tauros. Where you at, buddy? There you are. Alright, there we go. And yeah, we'll register this one. We will register this team. That's fine. Let's get into this, huh? Let's do this. Alright, you have a Moltres. Alright, that was unexpected. So what do we got? We got Golbat, Raticate, Dodrio, Parasect, Persian. It's a baby girl. A Shelby cat. So Moltres kind of dies to Starmie, right? Oh, it is only Bubble Beam, and it is a Moltres. But Moltres also doesn't have shit all for moves. So I'm not actually worried that much about Moltres. Unless he, like, went hard on the T... Well, I mean, I guess he could. Let me look at Jinx, actually. Jinx actually might be better. This is Gen 1. Fire does not resist ice in Gen 1. Alright, so 123, 123, 143, 128. Bubble Beam is slightly weaker than Ice Punch. And Ice Punch... Ice Punch, actually, yeah, it's going to be Jinx, right? Because Ice Punch also counters Golbat, Dodrio, and Parasect, right? Whereas Bubble Beam is literally just for Moltres. Yeah, it does have Thunder for Golbat and Dodrio, but I really don't want to fucking gamble on Thunder being able to hit anything, so... I think we do Jinx, Tauros, Nidoking? Just for, like, a strong physical attacker? Well, Nidoking can't hit 3 of them with his strongest move, and Parasect also resists it, so maybe not. Maybe not Nidoking. Do we take Starmie for a third? Starmie is just, like, a good, strong fucking back. Yeah, we'll just take Starmie. Yes, Jinx, Tauros, Starmie. I think that's fine here.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series. A decisive victory is expected.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. That's what I fucking thought. You fuck. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna Ice Punch. We're gonna outspeed. Yeah. Really curious how much this does. Moltres' special isn't that great. Okay, so about what are you doing? Flying. Okay, so this is gonna do a lot of damage. This Jinx is very weak. Well, it's only 70. I might actually be able to survive this. Wait.
They're staring each other down.
Ice Punch isn't gonna kill here. Ice Punch is not gonna kill here. Shut up, I'm thinking. Do we swap to Starmie and then gamble on Thunder? Do we gamble Thunder? Thunder?
What's the matter, trainer?
I'm just gonna... Let's see what it does.
Go into battle post.
Yeah, we go first, so we miss. Yeah.
Oops, that's a miss.
We also have the miss chance. Fly is only 90%.
A savage hit.
Yeah, Jinx's defense is not great, but I actually kind of thought that would do more. I'm a little surprised.
What's this? Perfect game.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this will... Okay, so Jinx dies, but so does Moltres. Okay, so that's a 1-for-1. That's fine.
What Pokemon will be fighting next?
Wait, what? He didn't take recoil? Wait, what the fuck? No, even in Gen 1 you take recoil damage if you knock out the other Pokemon.
The Pokemon are entirely different.
I did not know that about this game. Alright, well that's good to know. Recoil damage doesn't happen if you knock out the other Pokemon. Damn. Alright.
Oh, it's down. Which Pokemon is coming out?
Alright, what's next? Eradicate. We should be fine with just Bubble Beams. Eradicate has kind of bad special. He might have Thunder, though.
What'll it do? Its speed is down.
Super Fang. Okay, good. No Thunder. Because yeah, he has Thunder and Blizzard as possible moves, and I think maybe Ice Beam as well.
What now?
Nice. Okay.
Going down.
Alright, we got the 2-hit.
There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
So if Raticate was it, we're not going to see Parasect, then Golbat.
It's
Okay.
Golbat.
We just got to gamble with Thunder.
The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1.
I do like that blue. I do like that blue. I don't really talk about the color differences in these Pokemon very much, but I really do like that blue. Ow, really? Even a Thunder did not from a Starmie, even. Okay.
Neither one is conceding an
Oh, we just Bubble Beam and win. God damn it.
Uh-oh, it's confused. What's this? What's the weak spot?
All right.
Fireworks are flying in this battle.
We just need to get through the confusion.
It shook off
There we
its
go. Okay.
confusion.
Easy win.
Savage attack. Drill that weak spot.
I'm a little bit surprised at how how badly the Jinx underperformed. The Jinx 100% should have been able to take. I mean, it was going up against a legendary Pokemon, so the fact that it basically 1v1'd it isn't that bad. But that's just one of those where it's like, all right, yeah, we are just going to have to deal with. We're just gonna have to deal with a legendary. All right, what do you got? So, give. Oh, that's right. You do not have Psychic in this. Okay. So let's think about this. Kabutops, Magneton. We have Double Kick, but Double Kick does not ever do more damage unless Earthquake is resisted, right? I think Double Kick has to be super effective, and Earthquake needs to be resisted for it to be better than Earthquake, ever, basically. Or going up against a flying type, but even then, you're not really going to want to use Double Kick on a flying type. Okay, so what do we use here? So, Psychic kills Hitmonchan and Poliwrath. Jinx actually goes up pretty good against most of these, right? Jinx kills the Hitmonchan, the Poliwrath, the Fearow. It can hit the Kabutops. I mean, Psychic is just gonna fuck up the Kabutops. Yeah, so I think Jinx is our first. I think we do Jinx, Nidoking, and what? What's our third? Tauros? Just like a strong physical attacker, maybe? Or Starmie for strong special attacker? We'll do Tauros this time. We did Starmie last time. Yeah, Jinx, Nidoking, Tauros. I think that's fine. The Jinx, like, wipes through the vast majority of this team.
The gym's second opponent conduct battle. We'll need a strong effort to win.
This is the one that I didn't want to see. All right, that's fine. He's going to go for, like, Thunder Wave or something, so we have a free switch in for Nidoking.
Face each other. Oh, and a abrupt Pokemon change.
I highly expect a Thunderbolt, Thunder, or Thunder Wave. One of the three. Reach. Okay, well, no. Well, fuck me then. What are you doing? What is this guy trying to do? Trying to explode? You're not gonna get a chance.
Super effective.
Really? Double team? You fucker.
More evasive.
You fucker.
Sparks are flying in this heated match.
Alright. Alright.
How's that? Oh, the attack missed.
Of course. And he's just gonna spam double team now. Alright, fuck you, game. God, you're annoying.
Conceding an inch. There it goes.
There it is. Okay. There it is. Okay.
Oh, is it down and out? We're waiting for the next Pokemon.
Alright, Lickitung is a little bit annoying because he's just tanky. But he also can't really do anything. Like, Lick could be a problem because...
What now?
Paralysis.
Major damage.
Dude, didn't even do half. Gross. Fucking double team, why?
More evasive. Fireworks are flying in this battle.
They just go for Horn Drill.
What'll it do?
Oh, you miss. Alright, good. One more. One more and we get out of this. Blizzard. Okay, that's not something I was expecting to see. But, yeah, I was gonna say, but even though it's a Blizzard, it is a Lickitung. So, Earthquake, and hopefully this kills. And this. Double team sucks. Hate double team teams.
Which Pokemon is coming out?
Jinx doesn't really... Hello, Taco! How are you? Hello, hello. We'll just send out Tauros, fuck it. Tauros' special isn't that great, but neither is Lickitungs.
We're evenly matched at 2 Pokemon aside. Neither Pokemon is backing down.
Alright, we just need to hit with strength. Just hit him. Just hit him.
Right. Oh,
Fucking double team! Is the stream side chat dead? It might be. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was gonna fix that, and then my power died. Yeah, so I have not yet fixed that, because I forgot that that was a problem. But, how you been? How you been? Alright, we got rid of that motherfucker. Good. Thank God.
There's only 1 Pokemon left in reserve.
Hate this guy. This guy's an asshole. Alright, so Hitmonchan. This should not be a problem. Hitmonchan just doesn't really learn any moves. Like, nothing that he can really make use of, unfortunately, just because there's no physical special split, so he doesn't get, You been okay? Your city not so much? What's happening to your city? How about you? I am doing great right now because I finally have power again. Let me close this real quick. Also, Jesus Christ, I just realized how loud the background music is. Let me...
Is it down and out?
Alright, I did not realize that. My bad. Didn't realize I was deafening everybody with the fucking background music. Yeah, okay. I was like completely not paying attention. I didn't even realize I had won that fight. Yeah, the month was rough. This past month it was rough. But fucking Zapdos, really? That's actually a bigger problem than Moltres was. What about the time you're hit by that tornado? Oh, really? That sucks. That sucks. I mean, like, there's all kinds of, like, my buddy's place got flooded real bad at that time. There was a lot of bullshit going on with that storm. That storm was widespread and fucked up a lot of people. I don't know if that storm is the one that fucked you up as well, or if you got hit by a different one, but yeah, that one was bad. That one was bad for a lot of people. So Electabuzz sweeps Omastar, Dodrio, and Tentacruel. And then we could Thunder Wave the Zapdos, which I think is probably the biggest thing for us to do. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good answer for Zapdos here. Now that I'm looking at it, like, we have Jinx. I guess Jinx is our Zapdos answer. Unfortunately, it's going to be a 3-hit KO. At least a 3-hit KO. Because the Moltres was a 3-hit KO, right? And Zapdos has a much better, well, not a much better, but it has a better special. Clefable is annoying. Pinsir isn't really that big of a deal. It can't really do that much to us, I don't think, so I'm not worried about that. Here, it kept raiding for about 2 days straight. Yeah. So I think we definitely run Electabuzz, Jinx. Who's our third? Do we just do the trio, Electabuzz, Jinx, and Magmar, and use Magmar for the Pinsir? I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good idea, because Magmar gets countered by Omastar and Tentacle. Do we just go with Tauros again? Just another good physical attack. Our good physical attacker. Maybe. Maybe. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to go Tauros here. Yeah, I think Electabuzz, Jinx, Tauros. We're just kind of hoping to not see the Clefable. That's kind of it. That's kind of what I'm hoping here. That we just don't see the Clefable. I just don't want to deal with it. No Clefable. Just piss in my cornflakes, why don't you? We're gonna start with Thunderwave. This is like the worst thing for us to see. Clefable just has really good fucking stats. That is a guaranteed 3-hit KO. Fuck. We need to switch. We need to switch. I'm gonna send out Tauros. I'm gonna send out Tauros here. Well, I guess I could start talking about it, actually, because I haven't told the story yet. And I'm gonna try not to get super distracted while I tell the story, because holy fuck is it a tale. And it's gonna take a minute. So, as y'all may be aware, I have just spent the last month without power. So, what had happened was, we had a tornado come through my area. Nice crit. Nice crit. Hell yeah. So yeah, we had a tornado come through our area. It fucked up a lot of things. Knocked out power. I think it was like to 150,000 people lost power. In a wide fucking area. Like, multiple states. Multiple states lost power because of this fucking storm. Obviously not just because of that one tornado, because you're not going to lose that many power just from a single tornado. But, okay, I guess I just kind of have to keep Tauros in here. Because I don't want to take an extra hit. So we're just going to hit it with strength. It's not going to do that much, yeah. Omastar's tanky as fuck. Yeah, I did not want to risk taking a high... Oh, man, that would have been a free switch in. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, like, 150,000 people lost their power. The school that's, like, across the street from me, like, had part of its roof ripped off. There was just, like, structural damage everywhere. I got, wow, also double fucking hydro pump miss? What the fuck? And the pertinent bit of damage to this story is the electric pole that fed straight into my trailer got broken off at the ground and knocked over. That's the big thing that happened for this story. That was basically the only damage that I got personally. I have like a lattice on my porch that also got knocked down, but I really couldn't care less about that. The lattice wasn't even damaged. I could literally just nail it back up at any time. I just haven't done it yet because I don't fucking care. Wow, really? Yeah, Omastar Special is pretty decent. Don't kill me, please. Okay, good. So, yeah. We have... Oh, shit. We still have the Zapdos to deal with. And I only have 6 HP left. He's probably gonna... He's gonna outspeed the Electabuzz. Unless he was stupid and didn't go with Zapdos? He was stupid and didn't go with the Zapdos? What the fuck? Alright, well, whatever. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna go for Thunder Punch. We're gonna go for the damage. Fuck it, why not? So Tornado came through on Friday. It was Friday the 14th. That's fine, I don't care. Friday the 14th, the tornado came through. I get power back. And now that the beginning of that sentence should be like, wait, I thought you were out of power for a month. I was kind of. Psychic should just kill here, right? Pinsir literally doesn't learn anything but normal type moves, so yeah. All right, there we go. I got power back that Sunday. So that Sunday I get power back. I'm like, oh, cool, great, everything's fixed. Yay, hooray, ha, awesome. It was Sunday evening I get power back. Right, it was like around 6 o'clock or something like that in the evening. Right around my normal stream time, right? Except it was on a Sunday. I have somebody knocking on my door Monday morning. So Starmie is easily the first pick here. I think it's Starmie. Tauros Jinx. Because I want fast attackers for the Persian and the Tauros. Starmie wipes Dugtrio, Nidoqueen, Rhydon, and Nidoking. Although the Nidoqueen and the Nidoking probably survive a Bubble Beam. Oh wait, I can hit them with Psychic. They might not survive a Psychic. Dugtrio has paper thin defenses and literally no health, and Rhydon is quad weak to Bubble Beam. So those get erased. Like the only two major threats are Persian and Tauros. Persian has Thunder, I think. So wait. Let me reselect this. Let's do Starmie, Nidoking, and Jinx. Yeah. Oh wait. Let's do Jinx, Starmie, and Nidoking. There we go. Jinx, Starmie, and Nidoking. Because Psychic does huge work here. Yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, so my power pole gets knocked out in the tornado. I get power back that Sunday. Monday morning, I get a knock on my door. There's a dude at my door. He's saying, hey, we need to deal with this. Dealing with this being the pole that got knocked down. Because when I got my power back, my power was running to a power pole that was on the ground. Somehow the lines themselves did not snap or did not break at any point, and they were still able to get me power despite the fact that the pole was on the fucking floor. We're just gonna Psychic here and hope. He's faster. So obviously that's insanely unsafe, right? That's crazy unsafe. You can't have it like that. So I was like, okay, yeah. And so he tells me, yeah, he survived. I kind of wish I had quick attack. Go for Leer because you're stupid. Go for Leer because you're stupid. Damn. That's fine. Jinx did its job. So they're like, okay, so we're gonna cut the power. It will probably be about 2 to 3 days before you get power back. Here. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit annoying, but I could deal with this. So that's why I didn't like tell people that I was coming back to streaming that week, because I was like, all right, it's gonna be 2 to 3 days before I have power again. So they do their thing, they leave. I don't have power, right? I'm expecting this. I wait the 3 days, right? So that's Monday. 3 days brings me to Thursday. So Thursday, I'm like, okay, I still don't have power. I will call my landlord tomorrow because, you know, I wake up Thursday evening. It is too late for me to call my landlord because they're already out of the office by the time I wake up. Gonna do what? Dig? Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, this is Gen 1, so Earthquake doesn't do double damage for dig enemies. So Friday morning, I try to call my landlord. I call my landlord Friday morning. But I tried to do it, it was like 8 or 8:30. I wasn't sure what the hours of my landlord were. I'm gonna be honest. I did not know what hours they were in the office because I never have to talk to them. I literally never talk to my landlord because I just send my check. Well, they take my money out of my, because I have direct deposit set up. So, like, we literally just do not interact. Interesting. You're faster than me. Okay. I should have used double team then. I don't think that he kills me in one. Starmie's defense is pretty decent. Unless he crits. Okay, good. I'm back. Hello, Igor. And we're in the middle of me telling the story while I consistently get... Did his speed just get dropped? Wait, I need to check. I need to check a thing. 1 second. Did his speed just get dropped? No. Okay. Alright, so we need to minimize. We need to minimize. Because we need to dodge this attack. So I fail to get a hold of my landlord that Friday. Right. So this is now 1 week since I have had power. Right. So this is the Friday after the tornado. I do not have power. And I am unable to contact my landlord because I... Damn it. All right, so we lose. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Now I know that the Doug Trio outspeeds my Starmie. Now I know this. So if we run into Doug Trio again, now we know that. That's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're just gonna re-enter. This team is fine for this. Although I actually... We're gonna reselect. We're gonna get rid of the Magmar. Magmar's not really doing anything here. And we want somebody who's going to more strongly counter the Zapdos, I think. Or maybe somebody that has, like, a good... What is... Wait, hold up. What do you have? Low kick? Because there's a lot of very strong normal types in this. Yes, submit. No, fuck that. Actually, wait. So Karate Chop is a guaranteed crit. Low Kick actually does decent damage. Dig is very strong, especially with a 159 attack. Yeah, actually, we might just swap out Magmar for Machamp here. What is Low Kick's Low Kick Pokemon? What is Low Kick's attack? $50 base power and 90% accuracy. Okay. So 75. Starmie is 7th fastest and Dugtrio is 5th. Yeah, I knew that they were both really, really fast. And I kind of, if I had thought about it a little bit harder, I would have realized that Dugtrio would have been faster than Starmie, because that's like one of the only things that it has is its speed. But oh well. Live and learn, right? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I think that we're fine. All right, let us interact, and we're going to replace Magmar with Machamp. There we go. Is very slow on Sweeper. Oh, yeah, I'm talking a little bit of shit. Like, any Pokemon that's really fast like that can be a very good sweeper. And Dugtrio actually has decent attack as well. I'm talking a little bit of shit, but do not worry, Sniper. I very much appreciate Dugtrio's capacity to absolutely destroy things. So yeah, Jinx failed to kill the Moltres in 2. So I think we swap the Jinx for Star. Okay, so I think what we do is we do Starmie, Jinx, and who? Machamp? Starmie, Jinx, Machamp? Yeah, I think we do that. Hey, baby. Alright, so while we fight back through this gym, we'll continue the story. Alright, so I have now failed to contact my landlord, and I fell asleep before calling them again. Of course he fucking sends this asshole out first, you dick. Alright, so we're just gonna swap to Machamp. We're just gonna swap to Machamp.
Changing Pokemon. That Pokemon
What's that, baby girl? I love you.
Oh, it's Machamp.
So yeah, I fall asleep. While meaning to... Okay, no paralysis, good. While meaning to call back my landlord later. So I failed to get a hold of my landlord on Friday. And I do not have a phone number to get a hold of them in off business hours. So I am not able to contact my landlord all weekend. So we're just going to skip straight to Monday. We are now well over a week past me not having a not having power, right? Fucking crit, you bitch. Persian. So annoying, so annoying. All right, Starmie is faster, so we're gonna send Starmie out to finish off the Jinx or the Persian, because we should outspeed it. Yeah, hey baby. My brain just reset. Okay, so yeah, we're now on Monday. Monday morning, I call my landlord. I let them know that I do not have power. They are surprised that I do not have power because the crew that they hired to come out and fix everything told them that they had gotten power back to me. They had lied. Oh, thank God we hit. Okay, good. Hi, I love you. So they're like, okay, we will get somebody out there within a couple of days. Sorry, we will get this taken care of. That's basically what they tell me. They tell me we will get this taken care of. I'm like, okay, you better. I have now been out of power for over a week. This is not cool. Double thunder hit. All right, hell yeah. The same exact. That's fine. It's literally the same exact thing that happened the last time we fought this guy. So I give them a little over a day, right? So Tuesday happens, I let them, I leave it alone, right? Because I'm like, okay, it might take over a day for them to get all this stuff set up. But Wednesday, I call, and I call, and I call, and I call. I never once get through. Always rings the 5 times and goes to voicemail, and their voicemail is full, so I can't even leave a voicemail. So Wednesday, I am furious, right? Because not only has it now been over a week and a half that I have not had power, but it seems like my landlord is now dodging my phone calls. But I go to bed, I wake up, I go to work that night, I come back home. Thursday morning, I literally park outside of their office at 7 a.m. after I get off work. And at 9:30 a.m., they finally come in. And I basically follow them in to the office. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck is happening here? Why do I not have power yet? Again, they act surprised. I thought you had power. No, I don't fucking have power. That's why I called you on Monday. So they're like, oh, okay, well, we need to do this, 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 and this. We need to call, they needed to call my city to have them come out and approve the repairs that they did on my old pole, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the picture that I posted on Discord of the repairs that they fucking made to the pole, I will show you those pictures now. So this is the repairs that they did. This is what they did. They nailed a couple of 2x4s to my electric pole and called it a fucking day. And this isn't even everything, because the top part also got popped off. So they just nailed a 4x4 to the top part and said, fuck it, this is good enough. So obviously that's not great. Called ingenuity. It's called lazy. Called bullshit is what it's called. However, despite the jank, oh, by the way, nothing happens that Thursday or Friday. Oh no, wait. Wait, how? Okay, so wait. This is a part where I started getting really mad. I'm trying to remember the exact sequence of events here, because a whole lot of really stupid shit happened here. So by the way, we're now at 2 weeks of no power. At this point, right, that was Thursday. Friday, this is now 2 weeks without power. I think it was... Friday, I called my landlord again. I get a hold of my landlord, and I ask them what's going on. And they say, we're still waiting on the inspector to come out. And I'm like, all right, this is fucking ridiculous. Is there a number that I can call to talk to the people in the city to vocally incentivize them to get their asses out here and do their job? So, by the way, I'm just gonna try and focus on the story because I keep getting distracted if I'm playing the game. So we're just gonna do story time here for a minute. So I asked them if there's my landlord, if there's a number. She's like, I don't even know a number that we can call here. And I'm like, okay, that seems wrong. You have to be able to contact the city. You have to be able to talk to them about this shit, right? So I spend roughly 5 minutes on my city's website. You know, because most city governments have a website. At least here. Spend about 5 minutes and I find the fucking phone number that we need to call. And it's like, okay, so this just tells me that you're not really putting a whole lot of effort into this, but all right, that's fine. I'll do it myself. So I call the city. And I'm like, I give them my address. And I'm like, I need to know when the fuck your all's inspector is going to get out here. And they're like, well, we don't have anything under that address. We have it under... We have one that's similar to what you're saying, but it's got a different street name. And I rattle off the address that they're talking about. And I know exactly what address that they're talking about because I constantly get their mail. And I'm sure they get my mail, but I don't give a shit about my mail because none of my mail is any good. Or important. So the city just put in the wrong fucking address. And just called it a day. And so I get them to put in the right address. No, it's not. Blah, 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 blah. It's my address. Fucking send out an inspector. I've been 2 weeks without power now. They're like, yes, we'll get an inspector out today. I'm like, good. So I go to bed. I wake up that evening. Still no power. It is now Friday evening. I am now another weekend without power, right? Because you're not going to get a government employee out on the weekend. Olive Garden gift card? I wish they had fucking given that much. They didn't give me shit. Hello, bully. Hello. So, weekend passes, right? Monday, I call. I'm not even calling my... I'm glad you're back. I'm glad I'm back, too. I'm glad you're here. I don't even bother calling my landlord on Monday. I just call the city number again, right? And I'm like, why hasn't the inspector been out here yet? Why hasn't this problem been fixed? And the city's like, we sent the inspector out on Friday. It's been approved. You're good to go. We sent it to Ameren. They sent a confirmation out back to us. Ameren should have been out there and had you hooked up already. I'm like, well, that didn't fucking happen. And they gave me like basically the case number for this whole thing. And I'm like, all right. So now I call Amron. Right? So I call Amron up. And I'm like, all right, I need to figure out what the hell's going on. I need power back. It has now been well over 2 weeks since I had power. What the hell is going on? Well, we don't have anything under your address. And I'm like, I'm going to snap a child's fucking neck. What do you mean you don't have anything under my fucking address? This shit got sent to you on Friday. And I'm like, okay, I have a case number. I'm going to tell you the case number and you can look it up by that case number. They're like, oh yeah, that would be very helpful. I'm like, oh, of course it fucking would. So I tell them the case number. And they're like, oh yeah, we do have this. It did come in on Friday, but the address was written by hand, which I don't understand how the fuck that happens on a digital fucking sheet, but whatever. And it just didn't get flagged by our system as your address. And I'm like, wait, you don't have an automatic flagging system for whatever pertinent information on fucking repair requests? Like important information such as the address that you're supposed to go to? You don't have an auto flag system when something comes in and that's not readable so that you can manually check it and put it in? What are you talking about? This is simple shit. So we get that fixed. And the Amron guy comes out. The Amron guy says, no, we're not going to work on this. It's not safe. I wanted to stab a person. Because the city safety inspector came out, and I just showed you all the pictures. So y'all know how jank it was. But despite that, the inspector came out and said, this is fine for a temporary solution until a more permanent repair can be made. Despite that, the Amron guy was like, you know what? Fuck him. I know better. I'm not going to work on this. I'm seeing red at this point, right? And I talked to my landlord. Finally talking to my landlord again, right? And I'm like, this needs to be dealt with now, right? I've been without power for 2 weeks. Amron is not. They are refusing to work on this. They're refusing to hook this back up. It's like, oh shit. All right, well, blah 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 blah. They use yet another excuse. So I wait a day. Basically, my thought process throughout this whole thing is, I will not call every day. I will call every other day to get updates and figure out what the fuck is going on. So I call back on Wednesday, and I don't think I got any real answers or information that Wednesday because I don't really remember that phone call. And basically, literally nothing else happens that entire week. So Monday, the Amron guys come out, say, we're not hooking this up because we know better than the safety inspector from the city. Fuck you, you don't get power. Literally nothing else happens for the rest of that week. Oh no, I'm sorry. There is one other thing that happened. It was that Thursday. I called my landlord and I'm like, all right, y'all need to do something here for me. It's been 2.5 weeks. It's been, well, no, at that point, it's been 3 weeks now that I have not had power. Y'all need to do something for me. Y'all need to put me up in a hotel, which, by the way, legally, they should have had me in a hotel from like day 2 of no power. Or you need to do something. And they're like, all right, what we'll do is we will refund your rent for this month and we will not charge you rent for next month. And I'm like, you know what? I will take the money. I need the money. Because, like, by the way, if you have no power and you have no way to either refrigerate or cook food, if you want a hot meal, the only option that I had, because I don't have, like, a grill. I can't, like, go out and grill something. Is basically to go get fast food or something. So I'm spending, like, $20 a day sometimes on food. Because I like hot food. I don't want to have just like fucking Ritz crackers and peanut butter every day. Probably should have, because I'm a broke motherfucker, but food is like one of the things that I will spend money on. I like food. So I get told, we will send you money. And by the way, I am not even talking to my landlord at this point. I am talking to her boss. And he's like, all right, what we will do is we will send you a check. He told me he's going to overnight me a check. That did not fucking happen. He's like, all right. Well, I lost power last year. I used my backyard grill so much. Go full caveman mode and dance around the fire until the power comes back. Yeah. If I had a grill, I would have actually learned how to grill. But, like, the other problem is I don't have any way to really keep food cold either. Like, I have a cooler, and I could have just, like, kept everything in a cooler. But, like I said, I don't have a grill. I do not own one, so I couldn't cook it anyway. And just buying ice every couple of days to keep the food cold, it just wasn't really worth it. I ended up just throwing out all of the food that I had in my refrigerator, which, granted, there wasn't that much. I tend to keep my refrigerator fairly low on food because I live alone. I don't need that much, but I did end up having to throw away everything. I finally got it restocked yesterday, which that's when the power came back on. So yeah, I'm talking to him, right? I'm talking to him, and I'm like, and here's the funny thing. He tells me, well, the refunded rent is supposed to cover you staying in a hotel, because we don't really do hotels. It's against our policy to put people up in hotels. I'm like, that doesn't fucking matter. It's the law. You have to. But at that point, I was like, I've been living without power for 3 weeks now. I will take the money over a hotel room. So I accepted their offer, even though legally I knew that I could push for more. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I'll take the money. I could use the money more than I could use a hotel room right now. I was also expecting them to get this shit fixed within a couple more days. Because by the end of that conversation, he had told me that the temporary fix that they were working on would take 24 to 72 hours to go into effect. 24 to 72 hours. So this is happening on Thursday. I'm like, okay, so if we're going by business days, then that means that the fix should happen on Monday. If we're talking about calendar days, it should be on Saturday. Okay. Also, he says the check should be there no later than Saturday. Cool. Saturday comes, no check. No check, no power. Like, okay. The United States Postal Service is not exactly known for their timely deliveries. It's not that big a deal that it did not get here on Saturday. It kind of was because my bank account was $150 below zero. But there wasn't shit all I could do about it that day anyway, so I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'm not charging anything else to that card or to my bank account right now. Anyway, we will just continue onwards. But then Monday comes and goes, and I still don't have power. And I still don't have my check. So Tuesday, I call my landlord again. This is my actual landlord, not her boss. I call her and I'm like, what's going on? I still don't have power. I still don't have a check. What the fuck? And she's like, well, I don't know about the check, but let me get a tracking number on it and we can figure out what's going on, yada, 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 about the check. And then she tells me, well, the power should be on by the end of the month. By the end of the month. Now, this was the 8th. This was the 8th. And I'm being told that by the 30th, my power should be back on. To which I say, fucking unacceptable. I was told 24 to 72 hours for the temporary fix to be in place and my power to be back on. I was expecting power to be back on by today. What are you talking about? And she says, refunded rent to go buy a small gas generator, just run extension cords all over. Dude, gas generate, like with gas prices right now, that refunded rent, I don't know. I don't actually know how generators, how expensive they are. I never even looked at them because I knew that they were out of my price range. But like, here's the thing. After that refund check, I was still barely able to cover my car's payment for this month. By the way, I pay off my car next month, so that's fucking good. I only got one more payment on that. And then I'm free of one of my debts. That's another $350 a month that I get to use. Yay! But yeah, I needed that money just to make sure that my bank account stayed over zero. Plug into theirs, run some fans, and charge my phone. I had my own now and a portable AC unit in the closet just in case. Nice. I bought power bank. I bought this the day after the tornado. And I would charge this while I was at work. So I would go in, I would put it in the break room, and I would charge it in the break room while I was at work. And then I would charge off of this when I was at home. And then on the weekends, there were multiple times where I just stayed out in my car for like 3 hours. I just sat in my car, let it run in my fucking... I was basically using my car as a generator. And I would just let this and my phone and my Switch actually as well, just charge in my car for a few hours. Where are we at now? That's right. We're on Tuesday. So this Tuesday, I am told, or last Tuesday, right? This is the 8th, right? I am told that my power will be back on by the end of the month. And I'm told this like that's a good thing. And I'm like, bullshit. I was told 72 hours. And she was like, oh, well, that must have been a miscommunication between me and him and you. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I do not care anymore. I'm tired of excuses. Get me my power back. Using truck stop showers and charging at restaurants and such, just in case you get tornadoed again. Truck stop showers are like $10 a pop. I don't know if you can just go into a truck stop shower and use it for free, but you can't do that up here in the US of A. Those things cost money. I I actually, like, what I was doing for showers is kind of what I was doing this entire time. I would just go to my buddy's house for D&D, and I would just shower at his place if I felt like I needed one. And then I was just like bird bathing, like I have been this past year. While I didn't have water. By the way, my water's back as well. Okay, so yeah. During that conversation, she tells me that they are having a meeting with her contractor, the person that she has actually working for on like actually doing the repair work. Her contractor, the city, and Amarin are all having a meeting on Thursday. So this is last Thursday, the 10th, that this meeting is happening. And I'm like, okay. That Thursday, I go into her office. And at this point, I'm just so pissed I can't see straight, right? Like we are reaching the 4 weeks of no PowerPoint, right? So I go into her office and she starts giving excuses again. And I'm like, I just straight up lied. I'm like, I am talking to multiple lawyers who have said that they will take my case and I will sue everybody here. I will sue you. I will sue the city. I will sue Amarin. I'll sue everybody. Get me my power back. That was the 10th. The 11th, they had the new poll in. So one day after I threatened a lawsuit, they had the new poll in. And they did that shit early in the day, too. So, Friday the 11th, the contractor's out. Contractor's out. They put the poll in. I hear them out there working on it as I go to sleep. Right? So, I wake up that evening. I'm like, well, that's frustrating. I was kind of hoping for this to be dealt with at this point. I was kind of hoping to have power by now. But no, of course not. They hadn't sent the inspector out after they fixed the fucking pole. So I have a brand new pole. A brand new pole. But no inspector, no Amarin. And it is now, once again, the fucking weekend. So none of them are available. And I can't do shit all until Monday, the 21st. So we are now... I'm sorry, the 14th. We are now 1 month, the 14th to the 14th. We are now 1 month since the tornado that initially knocked out my power. And I still haven't had it fixed. So I call Arnold. Oops. I call my city. I've mentioned that I live in Arnold before, so it's not that big a deal, but whatever. I call them the instant that their office opens at 8 o'clock. And I'm like, I need to know when to expect this inspector. When is he going to be out here? They're like, well, they should be out there at 8:30. I'm like, cool. I will see them soon. Because I'm sitting out in my car. I'm charging my stuff because my power bank was dead and my phone was at like 6%. So I'm out in my car playing on my Switch, playing Pokemon Violet. And the inspector gets there. He comes in and he does all his stuff. And, oh, by the way, I had taken a fucking weed gummy. Because, by the way, here's another thing. When you have no power and you are awake at night when there's no sun to light anything, there's not really basically anything at all for you to do unless it's on a screen of some kind, right? Because there's no light unless you want to burn money on infinite batteries for flashlights. So one of the only things that you have available to do is to become intoxicated and just stop caring. So I drank, and I took edibles quite a bit over this past month. Because there was nothing else for me to fucking do. So I had taken an edible, and it had gotten to the point in the high where I was fucking exhausted. I was so tired. I needed to go to bed, right? So the inspector's there, and I just cannot stay awake anymore. So I like get out of the car, I stumble into the house, and I go to sleep. I wake up at like 10:30. He's gone. And I'm like, okay. I call up the city again. And I'm like, did the inspection pass? Yes, it did. Great. Has it been sent to Ameren? Yes, it has. Have you gotten a confirmation email back with a case number? Yes, we have. Awesome. Give me the case number. I'm calling Ameren. They give me the case number. I call Ameren. Well, we don't have anything for your address. What do you mean you don't have anything for my address? I have a case number here. Would that help? Yes, it would. Oh, man, it's almost like we've done this before. I give them the case number. They're like, we don't have anything. We don't have that case number. I'm like, what do you fucking mean you don't have this case? What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? Fortunately, this is one of the only times that I could say that word in this entire fucking story. Fortunately, the issue was simply it had not been that long since they had sent it over, and it just hadn't been updated in the system yet. So the email was there, the case number was actually there, it just wasn't showing up in the system. So they were able to pull it up. Okay. When can I expect your people out here to fix my power today? Well, we can notify the engineer who is in charge of this, but we can't really send him out there. What do you fucking mean you can't send him here? Isn't that your fucking job? Isn't it your job as dispatchers to dispatch your employees to their jobs? What do you fucking mean? Well, if you want, we could transfer you to his phone and then you can talk to him. So I have to do their fucking job for them. Apparently, Ameren just can't tell their people to go and do their fucking jobs. They just have to notify them that there is a job to be done and then just allow them to do whatever the fuck they want. So I call him. He doesn't answer. By the way, I already had this guy's number because from the last time I talked to Ameren. My buddy. He saw me yelling and he's like, you need to be comforted. It's okay, bud. So I leave a message in his voicemail because he's not answering my call. I then fall asleep because it has been a long fucking day at this point. I wake up to him calling me at like 2 in the afternoon. And we have a conversation. He's like, blah, 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 blah. The basic, the end that I came to in this conversation, like the understanding that Basically, what happened in this conversation was I was told, we'll get the crew out tomorrow. And I'm like, you can't fucking do it today. You can't get people out here today. You were told this at 8:45 this fucking morning that this needed to be done. No, we can't get them out there until tomorrow. Just shoot me and get it over with. Fine. Tuesday morning rolls around. I am back out in my car again, charging my phone and charging my power brick. And 2 Amarin trucks pull up. And I see them sitting in their trucks. I see a couple of guys get out of their trucks. I see them then walk down the street. I don't know where the fuck they're going, because that's not where their job is. But I see them walking down the fucking street. I then see them get back in their trucks, and seemingly nothing is happening. So I am once again getting tired, because this is like 10 o'clock in the morning. And I go to bed. I'm like, all right, they are here. They are here. I should have power soon. Now, here's something that when I do not have power, there's something that I will do. Right? Because I've had issues with my. Are you gonna jump down? What are you doing? All right. You know, I've had my power go out once or twice before. Any other time, it's just been a couple of days because it's just been like basic power line damage, right? I will leave the light on in my room when the power is out. That way, the instant it comes back on, the light comes on and it tells me that I have power again. Because usually there is something else that I need to do once the power comes back on. You know, move food back into the refrigerator, other fucking random shit, you know. My light never came back on. I wake up at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My power's not on. But the trucks are gone. This is the only phone call that I cursed at anybody. This entire time, it has now been a month and a day since my power went out. I have never cussed at anybody in these phone calls. I have never yelled at anybody. I have been short with people. I have threatened lawsuits. But I never yelled and I never cussed because I know that doing that doesn't help. Cussing at people, yelling at people does not help the conversation. It only makes them want to say fuck you in return, right? I've been on the other end of these phone calls. I know how this works. You get somebody that calls up and you can tell that they're frustrated, but you can also tell that they're trying to control their frustration. And they are trying to be civil. You are 1,000 times more likely to go out of your way to try to help that person than somebody that calls up and starts screaming at you and cussing at you. I know this, so I don't do it. Until yesterday. Yesterday, I call up to Amarin. Guy answers, and I'm like, you know, gets my name, gets my address. He's like, what's the issue? I'm like, I had 2 fucking trucks out in this fucking address. This morning, they were supposed to reattach my fucking power, and they fucking didn't. What the fuck? I am still without power. It has been over a fucking month, and I am out of patience. He immediately calls me out for my cussing, and I just don't care at this point. I just do not care. And lo and behold, he wasn't overly helpful because I was yelling and cussing at him. He's like, I will get you, I will give your phone number. This is what he tells me. He's like, he's not even like, I will give you their phone number. He's like, I will give your phone number to the crewman, to the foreman of the crew that came out, and worked your reattached your power. Because we're showing that you are reattached. I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, I have zero fucking chill at this point. But by the end of the phone call, you know, I'm not awake at 2 o'clock in the afternoon very often. This just doesn't happen, right? I am nocturnal. 2 p.m. is my 2 a.m. if you are a normal human being with normal hours, right? So I am not awake at this time, which also probably had something of an effect on my patience levels with that person that I was talking to. By the way, guy, if you ever see this, which will not ever happen, sorry. My bad. It isn't until 5 o'clock that I get a phone call. I am woken up out of my stupor by a phone call at 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, which is way later than I expected any phone calls, because I expected them to be like, well, it's time to clock out, fuck everything, right? And the guy's like, he does the IT thing, right? Like, you call an IT guy, the very first thing they ask is, did you turn it off and on again? Right? Which I understand, because that does fix most problems. But if you are even like level 1 computer person, you know that the first thing to do is turn it off and back on again. He does the electrician version of that. He's like, did you check the breakers? Like, fucking yes! Of course I did! Of course I checked the fucking breakers. Did you check the external breaker? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What external breaker? What are you fucking talking about? It's like, well, this is a relatively new thing, but most new poles that are put in have an external breaker. And I'm like, and your guys didn't... By the way, that was the issue. They just didn't fucking turn the breaker on when they fucking hooked up my electricity. So I have to get dressed. I fucking stumble my ass. I get blinded by the sun. I hiss at it because I'm a vampire. And I stumble over to the fucking pole. And he's like, yeah, there should be a box under the meter. And you just got to open that up and there should be a breaker in there. And I'm like, I'm fucking like, and there's like a little box down on the bottom, like on the lower end of the pole. I'm like, that's not it. It's fucking says AT&T. That's an internet thing. There's another one that just like looks like a mess of wires. I don't even know why it's fucking there. It was the ground. And then there's just the box, right? There's just like the box that has the fucking meter in the box. And I was like, well, it can't be that one, because he said it was a box under the meter, not the box that the meter is in. So I'm like looking I'm like, there's nothing else. Fuck it, let me open this. And I opened the box that has the meter in it, and that's where the fucking fuse was, or the breaker was. And I'm like, all right, your fucking description skills suck even worse than mine do. But I turn that on, and I stumble back into the house, and I hear things beeping in my house. I'm like, it's been done. Did it. 32 days later, I have power again. And I immediately start my dishwasher. No, sorry. No, I did that later. I woke up a couple hours later, went out, because I had to do some fucking last minute plumbing work. I had to replace my kitchen sink. Which I did yesterday. I go back to bed. That's what I did at that point. I went back to bed. And holy fuck. So that is the story of my last month. That is the story of my last month. 32 days from the day that the tornado knocked out my power to the day that my power was returned to me. And now, for the first time Since January of 2024, I have all of my utilities back. 32 days without power, 15 months without water. I now have both of them back again. The nightmare is over and it feels damn good. So yeah. That's been my last month. Let's play some fucking Pokemon now. Alright, what the hell am I doing here? So we have Lickitung, so I kind of want Machamp here. We have, okay, so Jinx, we talked about this, right? Jinx takes out Hitmonchan, Poliwrath, and Fearow. We really don't want to see Magneton. So we're going to do Jinx. Hello? I was talking so long, my controller auto shut off. All right. So Jinx, Machamp, Nidoking. I think that's fine. Oh my god, I forgot. This is the asshole who double teams a shit ton. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Poliwrath, well, he probably has a couple of pretty, he's a little bit scary. But we're gonna outspeed, and we should do good damage with this Psychic. Jinx is OP as fuck. Yes, sir. As long as you don't get slapped. Oh, fuck. Well, that's a problem. I'm actually surprised that Body Slam didn't do more damage. I would have actually preferred it to do more damage and not do the paralysis. Yeah, because that kind of fucks over my entire plan here. We're just gonna have to sack the Jinx, unfortunately. That paralysis really sucks.
What Pokemon will be fighting next? Oh, it's Fearow!
Yeah, okay.
It has to make up for lost ground. The Pokemon are entirely different types.
We just kind of have to hope that the Fearow does something stupid here. Damn. Miss! Gen 1 miss, do it. Yeah. I don't even know if you can Gen 1 miss in Pokemon Stadium. I think we looked it up and you can. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Unfortunately, paralysis. This is actually kind of a problem because neither of these. Well, I guess we can double kick. Double kick hits for normal.
This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon.
We're gonna get outsped, but Fearow double team.
Made itself more evasive. What's next?
Okay, good, we hit.
Powerful strike.
Yep, the crit. Oh my god.
Fireworks are
Yeah,
in this battle.
that's kind of what I was worried about. Poison. Okay, so Poison Sting is 50. Yeah, no, Poison Sting is trash. We're never touching that. And Fearow outspeeds us, so we can't even, like, Gamba on Horn Drill, because it's just never going to hit.
What'll it do? Oh, the attack missed.
Oh, double team sucks so bad for us.
Rage is on.
Are you serious? He's just going to spam double team forever. Alright, that's awesome. That's so cool.
What's this? Hit the weak spot.
Yo, the back-to-back crits?
Intense battle
Hell yeah.
continues.
Alright, so we just need to land one more hit, and we're good to go.
What now? Heavy damage.
Or actually... I was about to say, he might just take himself out with recoil.
Double kick.
Yo, the 3 out of 4 hits with multiple double teams. Hell yeah.
Left in reserve.
All right, what do we got? Hitmonchan.
Oh, it's Hitmonchan. The remaining Pokemon stock is 2
Now we can Earthquake. We outspeed Hitmonchan? Yeah, I get Hitmonchan's like the tankier of the two. Yo, good crit. Good crit. Good crit. Hell yeah. Because that was not a one-shot without that crit. But then again, best move. Earthquake is one of the best moves for sure, yeah. Especially in Gen 1. Where the move pools are very limited. Yeah. Stab Earthquake is literally why Nidoking is even on this fucking team. Alright. All I remember is you have Zapdos. So, Thunder Punch, Thunder Punch, Thunder Punch. What was it? Last time we had Electabuzz, Jinx, and Tauros, I think? Jinx, Staryu, and Nidoking? Yeah. Or Starmie. So I think it is Electabuzz, Machamp, and Jinx here. Oops. Electabuzz, Machamp, and Jinx. Rhydon had OP, Thunder, Earthquake, and Surf. Oh, yeah. Like, the movesets...
Here's the third trainer battle with only the gym leader left after this. What kind of battle can we expect to see?
Okay. But Staryu... The problem is, Starmie has Thunder, which is really good, but I just don't trust it. Alright, so this is actually really good for us. This is actually probably the best. Nice! We didn't see Zapdos the last time. Wonder how much Thunder Punch does here. It hits for neutral.
Combatants face each other. What's next? A decent hit.
Yeah, shit. Got it. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, so we are going to then go into Jinx. We're going to start Ice Punching. Kind of just have to hope that Zapdos gets fully paralyzed here. But then again, he's probably, if he doesn't, he's going to do... Nice. Okay, so that's a 2-hit. Hell yeah. Another Thunder. That sucks. Miss. Gen 1 miss. Damn. I should still outspeed. Oh, Zapdos is fast as hell. Yeah, okay. It's Thunder, though. Yeah. No! No! It stab Thunder from a Zapdos, so it'll do decent damage, but Jinx has really high special, so... Just, okay. Miss the Thunder? That's why I didn't bring in the Starmie. Starmie has Thunder, and Thunder never hits. Although, I guess... Actually, Thunder has yet to miss for me.
It has to make up for lost ground. This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon.
Alright, we're gonna go for Psychic here. Really?
What's next?
That really the best move that you have? Hell yeah! Get the special drop.
What's this?
Have to match A, it's a hidden trick. Oh man, those fucking... Yeah, mash A to... No, it's hold B to catch better. Right? Seismic Toss. Shut up, Seismic Toss. Hold B to make sure that you catch the Pokemon better.
That defeat means a Pokemon swap.
you want to, you know, if you can get back into the SSN area after the SSN leaves, you surf over to the right and then you hit strength on the truck, and that's how you get Mew.
The combatants face each other.
Clefable is faster than Machamp.
There, it's a hit.
Interesting. A if you wanted to hit, B if you... Yeah.
Logan. Wow, that's an effective hit. Fireworks
That's fine.
are flying in this battle.
Just low kick again. It's 100% accurate, right? No, it's only 90. I should have gone for Karate Chop.
What now?
Yeah, Karate Chop is normal in Gen 1.
Decent hit.
Yup. Yeah, I should have gone for Karate Chop here because we did have the 10% miss chance on low kick.
Oh, it's down. There's only one Pokemon left in reserve. Oh, it's
Pinsir.
The remaining Pokemon stock is
I
number 1.
I mean, we could just Fire Blast
Battle
it.
continues.
I'm not gonna. We're gonna Karate Chop. I'm just really curious what Karate Chop does here. Slash, we have really good defense. We should live this.
Powerful strike.
Oh, just barely. Karate Chop is a guaranteed crit.
What's this? Drill that we
Oh, wow. Did not do much.
The heated battle rages on.
Fire Blast! He's definitely gonna do something that'll miss. Damn.
What a flash! Boom! Wow! Going!
Oh, actually... we might have some issues here because our only other Pokemon is paralyzed. Ooh, this is actually not good.
There's just one Pokemon aside now. The battle is coming right down to the wire.
We're not gonna one-shot. I'm gonna Thunder Wave. We're gonna go for Thunder Wave first. Bind? No fucking way. This asshole. This motherfucker. No fucking way. No, we're definitely going for Thunder Wave now. We have to. Because otherwise he's just gonna bind trap us to death. This fucking shithead. I hate this man so much right now. Yeah, we have to go for Thunder Wave. We just have to pray for the 15% miss on bind. Because what'll happen if we don't is he will continue binding us until he gets us down low enough that a slash will kill us. Oh. Don't be fully... Okay, good. Fucking hell, Slash did so much more damage than I thought it would. That actually is scary as fuck. Okay, good. Now just be fully paralyzed. Or die? Or die? Yes! Okay. We did it. Okay, we did it. There's no way a Thunder Punch killed. Slash is serious. Yeah, Slash is one of the best moves in Gen 1, honestly. Like, if you have over 65 base speed, Slash is one of the best moves in Gen 1. If you are below 65 base speed, its effectiveness drops significantly. Okay. So we want Jinx, Machamp, and Starmie, I think, here. Who do we start with, though? All right, what is he going to start with? Last time he started with Persian. No, last time he started with Rhydon. Last time he started with Rhydon. So we're gonna start with Jinx. Tauros for the Persian and the, or I'm sorry, Machamp for the Persian and the Tauros. Nidoking. Nidoking and Jinx basically serve the same purpose here, but Jinx is better at it. Jinx is better at it for this specific group because these guys, their special is way lower than their physical defense. So Nidoking's going to be going up against their higher defensive stat. Earthquake is your best bet. Jinx has Stab Psychic. That's the thing. Like, Stab Psychic fucks this team up. And then for Rhydon, we have Ice Punch. And we saw last time that Ice Punch one-shots the Rhydon. It might have been a crit, but either way. So yeah, we're not going to bring Nidoking here. Yeah, so I think we start with Jinx? No, let's start with Starmie. Starmie, Machamp, because we want Machamp because of low kick versus the Persian and the Tauros. Wait, do we? Low kick has been vastly underperforming, actually. The more I think about it, the less I like it. Who got Surf? Nobody. Starmie's best move is Bubble Beam. Unless you're talking about his team, which I don't know. Actually, because Persian could have Surf, so could Rhydon technically, but Nidoking would kill Rhydon for... Well, not really. Yeah, I think we are going to go Starmie, Machamp, Jinx. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. Starmie, Machamp, Jinx. Rhydon, Nidoking, and Persian. Last time he had Rhydon, Persian, Doug Trio, and we lost to the Doug Trio. Yep, there's the Rhydon. All right, so this is just a free win. Bubble Beam just absolutely wrecks this dude. Wait, here's the question. Rhydon doesn't have that great of a moveset. I mean, he probably has Earthquake. I'm debating setting up a double team here, or a minimize. We're just gonna kill it. We're just gonna kill it. Fuck it. Fuck it. He does, yeah. I'm so used to playing actual Pokemon Red where all of the enemies' movesets are trash. Where like Giovanni's final Rhydon has like Horn Drill. What is it? It's like Stomp, Horn Drill, Fisher, Leer, or something like that. Don't use Double Team. So the only reason that I would use Double Team, we're gonna use Bubble Beam here, I think. Thunder would do more damage, but Bubble Beam just has, it's just gonna hit, and Thunder doesn't. I don't ever trust Thunder to hit. That's the thing. I never trust Thunder to hit. Oh, you have Thunder. Okay. It's actually kind of fine for us to lose Starmie. Because by the time we lose Starmie, we're going to have done a lot of damage to his team. Nah, I don't gamble with Thunder. I legitimately do not gamble with Thunder unless it's super effective. Super effective is the only time I gamble with Thunder because there's no reason to. It's too inaccurate, and I've lost way too many fights to trying to gamble with Thunder. Really? You live it on 3? That's fine. Like I said, if we lose Starmie here, it's not the end of the world. We just send out Jinx, and Jinx sweeps the rest of it. That's fine. Gotta have faith. Not with Thunder. Not with my history with Thunder. Nope.
Oh, it's Jake.
So here's my childhood Thunder trauma. Here's my childhood Thunder trauma, all right? I was gonna say we should 100% outspeed.
Psychic blast.
Back when I was a kid,
Boom.
and I was playing specifically this game, Pokemon Stadium, I had a Zapdos with Thunder
There's
on my team of Pokemon.
left in reserve.
And I would go through, I never beat...
Oh, it's Persian.
Yep, this makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense. We are just going to Psychic.
The
We survive a Slash. We survive a Slash. Barely, but we do. Yeah. I could have gone for Ice Punch and hope for the freeze, but that's just not a winning strat.
heavy damage.
And low kick can... Wow, that's exactly half.
An inch.
Low kick will finish from here.
Bumblebee.
So, if you know, round 2 Elite 4... Round 2 Elite 4's Lorelei has an Articuno that she will always have in her party. And she almost always sends it out first.
To their last Pokemon.
So,
Face each other. Oh, it's Machamp.
the matchup always started with her Articuno versus my Zapdos. Blizzard versus Thunder.
Right down to the wire.
And not a single fucking time, not once, not a single time
What's next?
did my Thunder land.
The weak spot.
Not a single time did my Thunder land. Are you fucking kidding me? We got the 10% miss.
Are flying in this battle.
So ever since then, unless I got Rain Dance up,
Drill that weak spot.
I do not use Thunder. If I have any other options.
How's that?
I was about to say, if you miss again, motherfucker.
Second hit.
All right, there we go. There we go. Gym finished. Gym finished.
That's it. Stage clear.
Hell yeah. Now we just have the Elite Four. Do I beat Agatha with this team? I might actually bring... Okay, we'll see what Firo has. I want to see if Firo has Drill Peck. Fuck! Why? Of course they give Spearow Drill Peck, but not Firo. Son of a bitch. Who's a fast Pokemon? A fast physical attacker who might have a ground or flying move. The champ has a ground move, but it is not fast. Fucking fly, man. Nobody wants fly. You? Basically what I'm looking for is I'm looking for somebody that can take on the... Yeah, you only have string. Look at this fucking moveset. Look at that fucking moveset. Such trash. How about you? Always fly. Sky attack. Sky attack. Fuck off! Sky attack is so shit. Just give me Drill Peck. By the way, there's a reason that only Spearow has Drill Peck in all of these Pokemon. Because it is easily the best flying move available in this game. And yeah, like, obviously, the Pidgeyline can't even learn it, so... Okay, let's take a look at my registered teams. So, Lorelei... Between Tauros, Electabuzz, and Starmie, I think we beat Lorelei. Bruno... Jinx just sweeps Bruno easily. Agatha is the issue, because Jinx also takes care of... Jinx and Electabuzz. Jinx and Electabuzz finish off Lance... And then I do not know what the champion has, but this team is actually pretty good for them, I think. I think we're just going to go with this team. I think this team works really good for this. Nah. We're just going to take this group. All right. Let me... Interact. Articuno, Jinx, Rhydon, Staryu, Nidoking, and Raichu. Raichu, I think, only has Thunder, which we've already talked about. Staryu. Electabuzz. Electabuzz sweeps most of this team. We'll do Electabuzz, Tauros, and Starmie. I think are my three best are my three picks here. Tauros is primarily just for the Jinx.
First opponent is Lorelei.
Of course. Of course. Jinx is faster and has better special. And she probably has like Blizzard or something. I'm just gonna switch. We're just gonna go to Tauros. Of course she goes for Jinx first. The one Pokemon that I don't want to set up or run Electabuzz against.
Oh, it's Tauros.
Excuse me, did you just say Tauros? Reflect. Ah, no! Fucking read like a book. Read like a fucking book. Actually curious, do I outspeed? I do outspeed. That's actually surprising. Jinx is very fast. Please do over half. So it would have been a 2-hit KO, but now it's a 3-hit. Of course she did. Of course she did. Alright, we just have to go for strength and hope for a crit here, I guess. Which Tauros has a decent crit chance. No.
What'll it do? There, it's a hit. Oh, it's down.
Alright, so Thunder Punch is not going to beat this. So this is like the one time that I'm going to use Thunder. Because...
Oh, it's Starmie.
I mean, Starmie kind of hard counters Jinx, doesn't it? I'm going to set up 2 minimizes.
Still up in the air. Made itself more evasive.
I'm going to set up a couple minimizes.
Oh, what a lovely kick.
Get fuck nerd. Alright, cool. How much better is Thunder than Bubble Beam here? Let me, like...
What now?
It's actually not that much better once you count stab, right? It's 120 versus, was it 97.5 or something like that? I'm actually really curious. Does Bubble Beam kill here? Like, we know that if Thunder hits here, it kills, but I'm really curious if Bubble Beam does. It does not. Okay. All right, that's fair. Just like really hardcore going for Lovely Kiss. I guess it just doesn't have anything that hits me for neutral damage.
Falling asleep is going to make this a one-sided fight.
Wake up!
It's fast asleep. What's that?
At least it put me to sleep before it started using Ice Punch.
This matchup has become
If it hadn't, Ice Punch has the freeze chance, right? Watch, I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna freeze me with Ice Punch. Watch, 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 watch. Rash, interesting. Okay, that's fine.
What'll it do? Oop,
Get
that's
fucked.
a miss. There's a big
Get wrecked, nerd.
HP. There it goes.
Alright, so the rest of these Pokemon, I'm just gonna spam Thunder.
Down after a goodbye.
This is the one time that we're just gonna spam Thunder and pray.
Oh, it's Slowbro.
Alright. So if you're sending out Slowbro here...
Neither Pokemon.
Oh, you're sending out Slowbro because it has Thunder, aren't you?
Now. Oh, the attack missed.
Thunder Wave.
It used Thunder Wave.
I swear to God!
Paralyzed.
Double team or double minimize, and I fucking still get hit by Thunder Wave. All right, game.
What's this?
Do not do a special drop.
That was weak.
And of course, I get fully paralyzed. Of course, I get fully paralyzed turn one.
Battle continue.
So 30% miss into, I think it's a 60% chance to hit after 2 double teams or minimizes,
What'll it do?
into a 25% chance fully paralyzed.
The heated battle rages on. What now? Power strike.
Okay, I saw the double lines. I was like, no special drop, no special drop, no special drop.
Here it comes. Thunder. Super effective.
Can't believe a Slowbro got a crit on me. Fuck off.
Is it down and out?
Rude ass game. Rude ass game.
There's only one Pokemon left in the turn.
Articuno? Yeah.
Oh, it's Articuno.
Imagine my
The
shock.
remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1.
Alright.
Battle
So if it hits, I die.
double edge. Oop, that's a miss.
But it does have to hit.
Big rip.
And I do have 2 minimizes.
Missed the target.
I also have to hit.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
By the way, Sir Montero, this is why I don't use Thunder. I currently have a,
It goes down.
was it a 50-50 success rate on Thunder?
Both
This is why I don't use Thunder.
their last Pokemon.
I think I Thunder Wave because Thunder Punch is not going to be a one-hit KO.
Pokemon.
I think I do risk a Thunder Wave here.
There's just one Pokemon.
I should outspeed, but
The battle is coming right down to the wire.
yeah, I just want to get the paralysis chance.
What's this? Oop, it's paralyzed. It's paralyzed.
Immediate benefits.
Furious
Immediate results. Hell yeah. Free paralysis on the Articuno.
There it goes. Smack the weak spot.
Okay, so 3-hit KO.
What
Bubble Beam? I didn't even realize that Articuno could learn Bubble Beam. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even realize that was a thing.
here easily fit.
Bubble Beam Articuno. That's funny.
Oh, Thunder Punch. It's doubly effective.
Kind of hoping for a crit there, but that's fine. Bubble Beam, even with a crit, can't kill me.
What'll it do? Boom.
Yeah. All right, so that's Lorelei down. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Got a little bit scary once the Articuno came out, but We got there. All right, so Bruno is free.
Is it down and out?
Bruno is entirely free. Agatha also kind of gets swept by Jinx, doesn't it? Doesn't she? Although it's not entirely free because we just don't have a way to one-shot the Gengar that I'm sure is going to be there. I'm actually really curious what Agatha's team looks like. Yeah, look at this. Jinx just fucking clears this easy. Jinx, Starmie, and it doesn't fucking matter, so Toro. No, wait. Jinx, Starmie. What do we do if both of those somehow die? Nidoking? Fuck it, Nidoking. Jinx, Starmie, Nidoking. Let's fucking go.
The next adversary is Bruno. He is one rugged opponent.
Imagine if Starmie had, you know, Psychic and
They go into battle posing.
Surf.
Vigorous attack. No! This Pokemon looks wrong.
Bruno would be a guaranteed one-hit KO on literally every fucking
Burrowed underground.
Pokemon. That's unfortunate. Unlike Starmie, Jinx does not have a setup move that I could use to make use of this turn.
Now. Oh! Ice punch. Oops, that's a miss. Big miss. Major damage.
God damn. Yeah, that was major damage.
Conceding an inch.
Alright, I think if he sends out another rock type, we
There it goes.
switch to Starmie.
And it's down. That defeat means a Pokemon swap. Oh, it's Hitmonlee.
Okay,
It has to make up
Psychic
for
clears
lost
this.
swap. How will the type difference affect
Psychic
the
clears this easy.
A psychic blast. Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
Alright, what do you got? What's your last one? Machamp? Hitmonchan? What you got? What you got for me? Come on.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Machamp probably survives a hit, even from Psychic.
Oh, it's Hitmonchan.
Hitmonchan I don't think does. I don't think you survive.
Pokemon count is 3 to
Hitmonchan is tankier than Hitmonlee.
become one-sided. How's that? That's the weak spot.
Okay, it doesn't. Good.
Take it down.
Hell yeah.
Hit.
As I said, Jinx clears Bruno. Easy.
And there goes
This has not fully dissolved. Actually, I might just drink some normal water. Save the other gamer subs for later. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Alright, cool. Agatha. Jinx clears... Okay, so Muck probably survives a hit. Gengar survives a hit. Venusaur might. But the other three definitely just die to Psychic. So we're gonna do Jinx, Nidoking, because Nidoking also clears all of these but the Golbat. Venusaur hits for neutral. What else? Fuck it, Electabuzz, because Thunder Wave.
Next up,
Fuck it.
Agatha, another daunting foe. What strategy will work against this wily lady? Combat
What strat did you say? What tactics? Psychic. Infinite Psychic.
No! This Pokemon looks wrong.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, Muck is tanky as fuck. I expected it to survive a hit.
Vigorous attack.
I was kind of hoping that we don't get... Yeah, and it also does a shit ton of damage. So I kind of just hope that
A psychic
she doesn't have a Gengar at this point,
doubly effective.
I think.
Oh, it's down.
I mean, she's gonna have a Gengar, but I'm kind of hoping that she doesn't. Gonna be honest. Venusaur. Okay, Venusaur is good. Venusaur is good. Well, Venusaur, like I said, Venusaur probably also survives a Psychic.
Type difference affects battle. Savage attack.
Probably sent out Venusaur because it has something like Body Slam. Razor Leaf.
What's that?
Auto crit.
Powerful strike.
Okay. I was like, I don't actually know if I survive this. Jinx has really good special, so the damage was reduced quite a bit, but
Defeat.
it is also a Venusaur.
Swap.
Yeah, like, Razor Leaf will hit Nidoking for neutral. We're basically just hitting each other for neutral damage here.
We're evenly matched at 2 Pokemon aside. Neither Pokemon is backing down.
Now I kind of just hope that we don't see Golbat.
There, it's a hit. Wow! Go!
I'll be surprised if she has Gengar after having both Muck and Venusaur. I think the best thing would be Haunter. Golbat. Fuck, of course. Of course! It's like the one that I don't want to see is the one that shows up.
Is 2 to 1.
Because of course it is.
Continue.
Alright. Golbat literally can't do shit all to Electabuzz, can it? Not really.
The Pokemon returns to its Pokeball. Oh, it's Electabuzz.
Supersonic. 60%? Hell yeah, we dodged it. Hell yeah, we dodged it.
How will
Alright.
this swap affect the outcome? There's the attack. Kapow!
The crit. I think that one-shots them. Yeah.
Down!
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And there goes the battle!
Alright, so Lance... I think the only two that matter for Lance are Electabuzz and Jinx. Nidoking isn't gonna help. So I think it's gonna be... Oh, you have a Lapras and a Charizard. And a fucking Kangaskhan? What the hell? He doesn't even have a Dragonite. Wait, what the fuck is this lineup? Okay, well, this is way different than what I thought it was gonna be. Starmie suddenly has a lot more use in this, huh? The Starmie can hit Gyarados, Lapras, Charizard, and Aerodactyl for super effective between Thunder and Bubble Beam. I mean, technically just with Thunder, huh? Is it gonna be... So, we're gonna do Electabuzz, Jinx, and Starmie. I think that's the best bet here.
We're coming down to the end. Here's Lance, the last remaining member
Gyarados.
of the Elite Four.
I don't know what you have, and I know I'm not going to one-shot you, so we're going to go with Thunder Wave here. I'm expecting Dig.
Get you Thunder Wave. Oops, it's paralyzed.
Or Earthquake. I was hoping for Dig, because that would give us 2 chances for fully paralyzed.
Pokemon looks wrong.
Fucking hell, that was a lot of damage.
Fireworks are flying in this
Alright, we're going to swap to Starmie.
Here's a Pokemon thing.
So much fucking damage.
Oh, it's Starmie.
Okay, that actually doesn't do that much damage. That's good for us. I think I set up 2 minimizes here, and we just pray that we either get fully paralyzed or we get misses. Fucking hell, that did as much as the earthquake did. If I lose here, I'm gonna be so sad. How have you not been fully paralyzed once? You fucking... I hate this game so much. This game sucks. Holy shit. Wow. So 1 for the Electabuzz and 3 for the Starmie. 2 of them through 1 or more minimizes, and this Kangaskhan hasn't fucking missed. Jesus Christ.
This is a fight between 2 different types of Pokemon. What's this? Major damage.
There we go. All right, so at least Jinx gets out of this first Pokemon without taking damage. This Kangaskhan fucked my team up hardcore. But this does show me that, what the fuck, you lived on. How did the first one do 100 damage and the second one, I guess it was 100 damage versus 91, but still, Jesus. That might have killed Jinx, by the way, if that had hit. Wait, was that Rock Throw or Rock Slide? I can't remember. I don't remember. If it was Rock Slide, that probably kills on hit. And Rock Slide also has a much higher... Okay, Aerodactyl might... Aerodactyl does outspeed me, doesn't it? Sky Attack. It was Slide? Okay. So yeah, that would have killed me if it had hit. This also might, actually. But Sky Attack is also 80% accurate. Damn. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. 120 stab Sky Attack on an Aerodactyl. That is going to kill a Jinx. There's no way a Jinx survives that. No fucking shot. Alright, we basically have to hope for Gyarados. We have to hope that we outspeed and one-shot it. We also have to hope that this Aerodactyl does something stupid here. Are you fucking serious? This guy has two-turn flying moves. Miss. Fly's not 100%. That sucks. That sucks a lot. That Kangaskhan was that Kangaskhan fucked me up bad. Okay, and we weren't going to survive the Lapras either, because Lapras is definitely a 2-hit, at least. I actually did not mean to. Okay. Magmar literally never got touched, but we also never saw the champion. What does fire give us that we don't have from others? So, for... Wait, am I really... Am I stupid? Is fire literally just against... No, ice as well. But the only ice Pokemon that we've seen that's not also water is Jinx. And we have a better answer for Jinx in just like a strong physical attacker, and like Tauros is actually better against Jinx than Magmar is. The only other things are like the only other two are Bug, which we're not going to see in the Elite Four, and Grass, which we have coverage with Jinx. So Magmar's actually kind of useless here, isn't he? Okay, so what if we do Machamp? What if this is what we... Okay, so what other things do we have? Nidoking, Jinx, Electabuzz, Magmar, Kangaskhan, Starmie. Yeah. Alright, so what if we do this? What does Machamp give us that we don't already have? Literally nothing, right? Against these guys? None of these guys are using normal type Pokemon. Except for the Kangaskhan. But Kangaskhan, it's better to just deal with Kangaskhan via special moves than trying to brute force with low kick. Especially since low kick is only 50 base power. Yeah, I think I vastly overvalued the super effectiveness against normal types with Machamp. Alright, so we are going to Nidoking for sure. Fucking Thunder. What does Persian have? Thunderbolt. It's like the only Pokemon that has Thunderbolt in this entire lineup. Okay, we definitely want... Where are you at? 100% we want Star... What does Star U have? Thunderbolt and Surf? And... Wait, actually. Okay, so 113 and 98 versus... God, that's a big difference in stats, though. That's a big difference in stats. But Thunder is basically useless. And I think Surf will out-damage Bubble Beam even with that special difference. Well, I don't know. That's like a 25% increase in special. 113 and 98. So it's a 30-point difference each. 30 points in speed and special. I don't care about attack and defense. Like defense, it's good to have a better defense, but attack literally does not matter. Ooh, we have Recover though. Okay, actually, we're gonna swap out Starmie for Staryu. I think Staryu is just better. All right, Jinx and Electabuzz. That's our Ice. It's another Psychic, and it's an Electric Pokemon. We didn't use Tauros really at all, did we? 138 and 129. 133 and 139. Double Team Slash. Double Team Toxic is like really rude. It is Stab Ice Beam on a legendary. Rock Slide is really good here too, isn't it? Decent speed, good attack. Stab, Dizzy Punch, and Rock Slide. I think Kangaskhan is good here. Right on. Surf is useless because of his basically trash special. Dig is obviously really good, but we basically Rhydon is just like a worse version of Nidoking, isn't it? Yeah. Not a bad speed, and a 150 attack is like crazy good. Wait, let me check something real quick. Wait, where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, yeah, it's literally the thing. 118 speed. Wait, are they tied? No. Okay, so Kangaskhan will outspeed a Hitmonlee. That's a little unfortunate. Do we just take this for the blow up? What if we just take Electrode for the self-destruct? It could just be like a free answer to one Pokemon with weak physical defenses. We could just do that, actually. I hate Hypnosis Dream Eater shit. We take... Wait, Haunter's another good choice here, actually. So 143, he has Thunderbolt and Psychic. Wait, let me think about this real quick. Wait, we might replace Staryu with Haunter and then get another Pokemon that might know Surf. Because we're looking at, it was what, a 98 special and a 113 speed or something like that. This could also replace Electabuzz. We could actually replace Staryu and Electabuzz with Haunter. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, so I think Kangaskhan stays. I think Jinx stays. Good buddy. Yeah. All right, Kangaskhan and Jinx. We need to get you back. All right. What about you? What do you have? 209 defense is like crazy good. Hey. Got you, buddy. It's slow, but it does have Surf and Rest. And Aurora Beam's not terrible. Speaking of slow, Surf, Disable, Headbutt, Dig, damn. If it was, if instead of Disable it had like Amnesia, oh my god, that'd be a monster. Like literally just for Amnesia Surf. Amnesia Surf would just go so hard here. God damn. I always forget how good Tentacruel's special is. This is higher than Haunter's. This is such a rude... This is such a rude fucking... This is such a rude fucking moveset. Spore, 100% accurate Spore with Growth, Mega Drain, and Dig. And like if you look at his other stats, his attack is decent, his special's pretty good. It's just his speed that's shit. And the fact that if any flying or fire type looks at him, he just bursts into, well, nothing. Just explodes. Wait, what's Clefable got? Sting, Metronome, Tri-Attack, Ice Beam? That'd be funny as hell. Look at the stat difference between... I never actually realized this. Look at the stat difference between Wheeling and Clefable. 99, 74, 73, 78. Not a single one over 100. 99, 102, 88, 113. Ugh. Wigglytuff is literally just a worse version of it. Fairy Swipes, Digs, Rock Slide. No. I love how he has both Fly and Dig. That's such a funny fucking moveset. Who was the one that had it? Wait, what? Who had the fucking gross... Oh, I guess it was a different cup. One of the cups has like one of the grossest and rudest movesets on... I think it was Ivysaur. I think it was like Leech Seed, Toxic... something else. I can't remember. Do we just go back and we grab a couple of the others that we got rid of just because they're strong as fuck? Do we just double down on some of these? Wait, what does Seadra have? Seadra's decent. Agility, Swift, Hydro Pump. Also Hydro Pump. What the fuck? 128, 143, 98, and 113. Okay, I'm actually gonna do something real quick. I am going to look up Pokemon Gen 1 damage calculator. All right. And we are just gonna go with Staryu. Fuck it. Okay. Staryu versus Abra. Okay, so Surf Staryu versus Abra is 31.2 to 37.1% damage. All right, now 31 to 37%. Bubble Beam. 26 to 32%. So Surf on Staryu will do more damage than Bubble Beam on Starmie. So I think we do grab Staryu here. I think we grab Staryu, and what is our last Pokemon? We don't have like a good fast physical attacker, really. Like Kangaskhan's decent, Nidoking is decent, but they're not like fast, right? Do we just grab Tauros again? We didn't really ever use Tauros. Just grab both of them. Staryu and Starmie, fuck it. What's Snorlax? Only Headbutt? That's gross. I actually don't know what to grab. Okay, so Tentacruel did have really good stats, yeah. That's true. But he only has Acid and Hydro Pump, really. Cut is trash. Like, that's the problem with him, is that his moveset's just bad. This one's not, though. We got Toxic, Surf, Mega Drain, and Acid. $128, $148. So 30-point difference in speed and a 20-point difference in special. But even still, 128 special is pretty fucking good. I think it's better to just have Starry. Like, I don't think that we double dip on the water types. You know what? Where's the ball? We're just gonna take the. Okay, so wait. Let me see. Ooh. That's okay. So explosion versus self-destruct. So 168 versus 128. That's a 40-point difference in speed, though. Ooh, do we go with Voltorb for the explosion or Electrode for the self-destruct? 179 versus 59. So it's a 20-point difference in attack, but explosion is just like so insanely strong that that basically doesn't matter. And the fact that it cuts their defense in half is like also crazy. So do we just take one of these for like a guaranteed one hit, one kill? I think we take Electrode for the guaranteed outspeed, right? Yeah, we're just gonna take this. We're just gonna take this. Fuck it. Fuck it. That's what we're doing. All right, so now we gotta update our oh, god damn it. All right. All right, where you at, Starry? You're further down, further down. There you are. All right, so we got Staryu, Nidoking, Haunter. Electabuzz is on here. No, Electabuzz is not on here. All right, Jinx is, though. We got Haunter. Jinx is here. Kangaskhan is here. Magmar is now Electrode, which is 100. 101. All right, I am going to go. Oh shit! I just realized what time it is. Took so long doing this that. Well, we're gonna get as far as we can. I was about to go to the bathroom, and then I realized, well, we only got about 15 minutes left, so. Yeah. Haunter, Staryu, Electrode.
The challenger now faces the Elite Four. First opponent is Lorelei.
So the only problem with Haunter is if we don't one-shot with Thunderbolts, a lot, like, well, both Slowbro and Jinx are going to have Psychic, right? So we're about to get hit by Psychic. Oh, Thunderwave. Never mind. So here's another thing. We also have self-destruct on Haunter. Yeah, so they're Psychic. I don't think Psychic one-shots. Unless it crits. Alright, game, you fuck. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna send out Electrode. Yeah, we're gonna send out Electrode. We're gonna try to Thunder the Slowbro and just hope that it hits, basically. And then whatever the next Pokemon that comes out, we're just gonna self-destruct.
The Pokemon are entirely different types. Here it comes. Thunder. Kapow! Major death. Oh, it's down. That defeat means a Pokemon swap. Oh,
Jinx, yeah.
how will the type difference affect that?
All right, self-destruct. Man, imagine if we had Haunter still. We would have self-destructed on the Jinx, sent out Electrode afterwards, and self-destructed the third Pokemon.
Wow!
Jinx lived?
Down.
Oh no, that's actually really bad for us.
There's only one Pokemon left in reserve.
A, because Staryu is going to take a hit from the Jinx, because Jinx outspeeds. And also because that is like
Against two now.
shockingly low damage.
Combat.
It is shockingly low damage
Oh, what a lovely hit.
on a Jinx who has bad defense too.
Sleep. It woke up.
Cool. Turn one, wake up. Hell yeah.
Neither one is conceding an inch.
Turn one, wake up. Good, good, good.
The trainer's changing Pokemon.
Okay.
Oh, it's Dugong.
Well, I used Surf.
What's that?
I didn't even realize that the AI was allowed to change Pokemon here.
That was weak.
That's unfortunate.
How will
We do outspeed Dugong, though.
Pokemon fight? They go into battle pose.
I should have just been using Thunderbolt. I was using Surf because I was like, well, Surf is stab, Thunderbolt's not. That's not even a two-hit.
What now?
Why?
It didn't do much damage.
Why switch to Dugong for
The
Surf?
heated battle rages on.
What the fuck?
What'll it do? Smack the weak spot. What's that? It's not very effective.
So what I should have done,
This battle
like legitimately what I should have done is I should have sent out Staryu first and had the others as backups.
Oh, it's down.
Because Jinx is now gonna outspeed and she's just gonna psychic and I'm gonna die and I lose. That was a mistake. I horrifically misplayed this entire fight.
This one's
That's my fault.
already taken serious damage. It's worrisome. There's just one Pokemon aside now. The attack
What?
wasn't effective.
Literally any other damaging move and my Staryu dies, but somehow because she's an idiot, I survived. Alright, sure game.
Going down. And
Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain. I was insanely confused about all of the fucking decisions that were made. I gave this fight to her on a silver fucking platter and she still fumbled the ball. Alright, we're gonna beat Bruno. Bruno's easy. So, Staryu, Haunter, Jinx.
the next adversary is Bruno. He is one rugged opponent.
This is like the one that I didn't want to see. I might just... Oh yeah, we're just gonna swap to Haunter, because he's just gonna use literally any move, and Haunter's just gonna not give a fuck, because it's not gonna hit him. Unless he uses, like, Earthquake, which... If he uses Earthquake right here, I'm calling fucking hacks. Okay, there we go.
What'll it be? Oops, that's a miss. They're just trading warning blows now.
God, Haunter is so huge. Haunter is such a massive fucking Pokemon in this game. It's crazy.
What's that? A decent hit. Neither one is conceding an inch.
It's like, I always think of Haunter as like basically the size of like maybe slightly larger than a human head. Like, I know that that's not the case. Because, like, I've played this game, I've played the other Pokemon games, I've seen the anime. I know it's not, but in my head, I always think of it as, like, maybe about this big. You know, all told, like, the main body and then the hands, right? Ooh, Otto, you just died to a Psychic, don't you? You just died to a Psychic, don't you? No. Wow, okay. Ah, that's why. I was like, I know that Onyx's attack is basically non-existent, but I am a Haunter. Haunter's defense is also basically non-existent. Alright, so Staryu time.
Here's a Pokemon. The Pokemon are entirely different types.
Surf 100% kills.
Wow, that's an effective hit. Wow, going down. There's only one Pokemon left in reserve. Oh, it's in the lead.
All right, so that's that. Yeah, that's an easy one.
The remaining Pokemon
Easy dub.
2-1. The 10th battle continues.
He probably lives what? He might.
Ah! Major
Does he survive? Do I survive? God damn.
savage attack.
Oh, never mind. I was like, I'm not actually sure if he survives the Psychic from a Staryu or not.
One-hit wonder.
Not with a crit. Not with a crit.
And there goes the battle.
Okay, hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, we should be able to get through Agatha. We might have to stop before we finish the entire run here. So Staryu, how much does Staryu do here? Staryu kills everything, right? Because Psychic. So does Haunter. So does Jinx. Like, we're gonna start with... Well, actually, wait, no. We're gonna start with Haunter. Haunter, Jinx, Staryu. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Haunter, Jinx, Staryu.
Next up, Agatha, another daunting foe. What strategy will work against this wily lady?
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh.
Now,
Yep, that's what I was worried about.
savage attack. Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon choice. What will the other side do? The special stat is down.
Yo, nice. Okay, that's actually, like, really good for us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm swapping into Jinx, because he's going to go for Psychic again. And that's just going to be not very effective on Jinx, and it's going to do, like, no damage.
Oh, it's just
Especially with the special drop. Like, this is actually perfect for us.
what's next? The attack wasn't effective.
Yeah, what was that, 14 damage? All right, another 10 of those, and I'll die.
The outcome. Combatants
Swap your Pokemon, do it.
What's this?
The only thing that I don't want to see is I don't want to see a special drop.
Didn't do
Okay, cool.
much damage.
No special drop.
A psychic blast. It's doubly effective. Oh, it's down. We're waiting for the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Venusaur.
Oh, nice.
The
All right.
Pokemon are entirely different
Oh, wait. I can't remember how much damage Psychic did last time. All right, we're going to go Psychic. We're going to go Psychic. I was thinking about maybe going Ice Punch into Psychic if Psychic did, like, 2/3 of his health or something, but I couldn't remember how much it did. Yeah, I think Ice Punch Psychic doesn't kill. Toxic's fine. Toxic is more than fine. I don't think that Toxic does damage if we kill. I'm actually not sure on that. Let's find out.
There it goes. Wow, that's an effective hit. Wow, going down.
Who's back? I'm back.
There's a difference in
Hello, Philemon.
Pokemon.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, it's Golbat.
Okay, cool.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
Psychic.
Has become one-sided. Vigorous attack. Perfect game.
We do not one-shot. Okay, that's fine. Supersonic. Damn. Damn. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Being insulted on X for saying the Oblivion remake leaked pictures look too broad. That's why you don't go on that website.
And there goes the battle.
Yeah, well, okay, so I win on X. Actually, I've spent quite a bit of time on X recently because there's not much else for me to do. Dude, my entire feed today was all about Gargura's fucking graduation announcement. Yeah, sounds about right for Twitter. I am gonna call it here though. Unfortunately, you got here just in time for me to call it quits for the day, Philmon. But we are back to normal schedule. We're back to the normal schedule. So I will still be taking tomorrow off, even though I didn't stream yesterday. I will still be taking tomorrow off because there's still a lot of work to be done around here. Due to the whole not having power for a month. So I'll be taking tomorrow off. We will be back again on Friday for more of the Loader Woder run. I do not remember what the fuck we were doing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember where the hell we were. So we will be going back into that game and figuring out what we're doing. I am also happy I'm back. We only got... The only actual progress that we made today was one gym. But despite that, I'm quite happy with how these things went. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. It was great to be back. Feels good to be streaming again. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye! Hey, thanks for watching. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do so by following, subscribing, joining the Discord, or maybe even checking out the Patreon or Throne links down below.